one of the kindest things you can do to your body is make sure you get a good night's sleep. Make sure you can go to sleep and stay asleep for as well as you can. Let's talk about how we can make some improvements there. So today, the do one thing challenge is to think. That's all I ask, is to think about your routine for going to bed and getting to sleep. What I've learned over the years is a number of tricks, and I follow a very strict ritual now. I nurture myself in the evenings, and I have found that actually works. So not only am I doing the getting myself into the morning light first thing in the morning to make the circadian rhythm kickstart into action, I'm also doing something at night. So I'm just going to give you some ideas for you to think about. That's all I ask, is just think about what things that you could do to improve the way that you get yourself off to bed. So I went to an Ayurvedic weekend, and that was really good, and that sort of encouraged me about having a shower in the evening, but before you have the shower, have a dry body rub, as in using a loofah pad and rubbing it all over your body, and then coating yourself in almond oil at the end. Just a lovely nurturing experience. When I was in another learning was when I was going through menopause, was in the shower, turn the water to cold right at the end, and put your wrists and your ankles or feet into the cold water to lower your body temperature, because we have a tendency to heat up, so we need to cool down our bodies before we go to bed. And some other tips I've been doing for quite a while now is some sleep tonic. It's a herbal sleep tonic, and it's done wonders because it has all these amazing herbs to relax you. And something that I do quite a bit is take a little, just a tiny little capful of sleep tonic. So I'll put that in the notes. If you're in New Zealand, I'm not sure if they ship it overseas, but it certainly has some relaxing herbs, which is made into a tonic. And that's called kiwi herb sleep tonic. Another one is going for a walk, like I'm doing now, but after dinner. So going for a walk after dinner for 10 minutes, that's helpful. Having some dark chocolate is really nice, just a little bit. Also, you can have the apple cider vinegar as a little nip with water before you eat your dinner. And the other thing that I have done recently is I wear red lenses. So I've bought some red light lenses, if you call them that. So they stop all the different blue light and green light and all that, white light, by wearing very orangey red lenses. So I wear those sort of in the evenings, and I bought a pair that go over my prescription lenses just because it was cheaper to buy and convenient and quicker. So I did that. So I looked like a dork. My husband wondered what on earth, but however, I don't care. I wear these glasses over my glasses. So I do that. But the biggest thing I do is close the computer down, close the phone down, move it out, get it away in at least the last hour before I go to bed is just shut it down and walk away. Get rid of the phone. If you're scrolling, I often am on my laptop at night doing Zoom meetings and working on different projects. So after about 8 o'clock, I generally just shut it down and just stop. Obviously, if a Zoom meeting is later, then that pushes me out a bit. However, I purposely don't sort of venture into all hours of the night, and I certainly don't use my phone to do anything on and keep zapping my brain with more unnecessary stuff. So with the meditation app being on your phone, I've had to adopt the practice of not putting it beside my bed, but having it in the other part of the bedroom and having it loud enough so that I can hear it at night time when I'm in bed. But at least I'm starting and doing something. Haven't figured out how to do meditation without the phone. Well, you can do it yourself. But I do like the ones on the phone, on the various different meditation apps like Insight Timer or Calm, and especially the Yoga Nidra. I also like doing some deep stretching like yin yoga in the evening and just doing a pose and lying into it for 2 to 3 minutes and making sure that my body relaxes and the muscles loosen. I might read a book, and that might be on my Kindle, and it's all sort of dark because I've got it on the black screen, so that's not so bad, and I'll be wearing my dorky glasses so that I can just read it in a nice subdued light. So yeah, that's where I am with my sleep routine. So I encourage you to think about what you would like to do, what you would like to try. If you're not trying any of that already, I hope that resonates with you as you navigate your way forward for your do one thing this week, and just see if you can think about something and maybe take one of those on board, or find something yourself and then start marking it in your habit stacker and seeing if you get some improvement with your getting off to bed routine. So, till next time. So here are my glasses. This is the range of glasses, so I've gone for the orange lens. So that is the one. However, you've got all sorts of different ones for different reasons, and they've got more information on the back, and they came very quickly from the States, and here they are. And all I need to do is just put them on over the top and just wear them like that. So I found them very handy. So that's my red lenses. Yet that it's working, but putting a grounding sheet on my bed. There's a lot of things about that too. People are raving about it, but it's early days for me yet to say that that is honestly a thing for getting to bed, getting to sleep, and staying asleep. It takes some time for it to happen for some people, and I've tested myself with the little digital meter, and I don't have a lot of power going through myself, so I don't know about that one. So that I'm going to put in a different video.